It's still, he doesn't know us, he doesn't know how we act, and our risk bubble is small, and our exposure is limited, and we actively screen our employees, we actively screen and test our patients, and that's not enough. I worked through it pregnant as a high-risk person, serving my community, serving with my coworkers who were also, and that wasn't enough.
Right.
It's not enough. So,
Yeah.
and now I'm a breastfeeding mom. You're going to tell me it's okay? Like, my infant is already getting enough vaccines. I don't want to put this unknown one in him.
Time for our first installment of We Will from the Front Lines. It's an honest, unedited dialogue from regular folks around the Northwest. This time, we went down to the steps of St. Joe's Hospital and talked to a few people that were out there protesting out front. We tried to get their point of view and share that point of view with you. Please comment below on what you thought of the points that were brought up by these folks. And tell us what other topics you would like us to cover in the future. Again, this is raw and unedited. If you want more of these types of videos, please consider signing up at our newsletter over at wewillwelcome.com. But if that's too much, please consider subscribing to this channel by hitting the subscription button. But enough with me talking. Let's listen to these folks.
All three of us work together.
Okay, do you guys work here?
No, we work down the street.
Down the street?
Yeah,
Okay.
outpatient surgery.
Okay, and so that's mandated across the board. What about religious and medical exemption?
We're trying.
Okay.
I mean, we're trying.
I also work for Deanna Peace Health, and they are not accepting either one.
Not accepted.
They told me yesterday.
Okay, and that's what I just heard from someone down here is that Inslee said, no, we're not going to do it. They need to put pressure on?
Yeah.
Okay.
That they are denying medical exemptions, they're denying religious exemptions, and then we were told last Thursday in an email that after August 31st, we are not allowed to trespass on Peace Health property.
Like a criminal.
Yeah,
Like
we're criminals
So
because we won't get it.
yesterday's heroes, today's criminals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So are any of you vaccinated or are you all home now?
No.
Okay. Okay. So you have nurses across the way over here all vaccinated but here to support everybody's choice.
Right.
And not sure if they want the booster either.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's another thing.
Yeah. And my doctor even wrote them a letter. She signed it. She put down her medical license, anaphylactic reactions to previous vaccines, and they are not accepting it.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was
And even so interesting.
pretty lousy.
Yeah, because the CDC comes out today saying that the vaccine is way less accurate now with the new variant. So it's kind of like you could take your car to get your brakes worked on, and the guy's like, well, 60% chance it works, maybe not, who knows?
So we worked all the way through the pandemic. We
Okay.
never shut down a single operating day because we were still allowed to operate. We work in neurosurgery. We were still allowed to operate on urgent cases.
Okay.
We did have to decrease our volume, and we temporarily laid off our high-risk employees.
Okay.
But we never shut down all the way. We worked all the way through, extra precautions. Not a single employee contracted COVID. And we do aerosol generating procedures. We intubate and extubate, which are the high-risk procedures. Not a single employee, because we go above and beyond the safety measures, above and beyond every time. We were always one step ahead. And our management team is on point. And that's still not enough.
Yeah.
It's still, he doesn't know us, he doesn't know how we act, and our risk bubble is small, and our exposure is limited, and we actively screen our employees, we actively screen and test our patients, and that's not enough. I worked through it pregnant as a high-risk person, serving my community, serving with my coworkers who were also, and that wasn't enough. Right, it's not enough. So,
Yeah.
and now I'm a breastfeeding mom. You're going to tell me it's okay? Like, my infant is already getting enough vaccines. I don't want to put this unknown one in him.
Right. Yeah. So you're not an anti-vaxxer.
No, I'm absolutely not. No, and our coworkers who are vaccinated are right alongside with us because they believe that it shouldn't be forced upon us. They chose to take it, and they support us too in our decision because they know that we have done our research, we have done our due diligence, and we're making a smart, educated decision.
And you should have the right to
For
consent.
our bodies,
Right.
right?
The right
I
to
mean,
consent. Yeah.
half of the nurses want to have babies or are pregnant or are breastfeeding, you know?
Yeah.
They should have that right to say no.
Right. I heard from another nurse who works here in cardiology that there have been nurses that have had miscarriages after having the vaccine, and so they're very worried. Or one that went into anaphylactic shock. They're seeing the effects of that, so they're worried.
A classmate of mine actually just told me a few days ago pregnant. Both of them a week after having the injection, they lost their babies. 20 weeks pregnant. It's just horrifying.
My sister-in-law, 36 weeks pregnant, gets the J&J vaccine. Within 24 hours, she is in full-blown active labor prematurely because she had such bad fevers and activation of her platelets that so she ended up with a premature baby.
I'm so sorry.
And they're okay. Thank God they're okay. The spike protein activates the placenta tissue. There's 20 tissues in the body that activate by spike protein, and placenta is one
It's
of them.
creating the cytokine storm that they're so worried that COVID is going to create.
Right.
But that's what this vaccine is creating.
Right, and there's so many unknowns because, like, you know, I'm someone who was told that if I got COVID, because I had kidney disease, that it would cause renal failure and I would die. This is my kidney doctor telling me this.
Yes.
And so he's like, you need, you know, he wasn't actually telling me I should get the vaccine because I think that comes with so many risks of people who have kidney conditions and autoimmune.
Yeah.
But he basically just told me to stay at home and hide. And I got COVID, you know, about a month ago, and just got my kidneys tested, and they're doing better now than they have been in 2 years.
That's crazy.
They didn't fail. They didn't die. I didn't die.
No.
I mean, it wasn't great.
No, you feel lousy. I
Yeah.
was sick for 6 weeks. But my teenager had a headache and felt tired.
Exactly.
And that was it.
And that's the thing is my whole family had it,
Yeah.
and my kids got it, and the longest was 30 hours.
Yeah.
And my 7-year-old, he was sick for 12 hours. A little bit of fever, done, gone. Not even a common cold.
You're not getting that sick.
No.
Well, and why is natural antibody no longer a thing? Like,
Exactly.
why is
It
that
was
not
always the gold standard of being the best immunity,
Right,
right?
and our health department, our own health department director, Eric Lautenbach, is putting out information saying that the vaccine is more effective long term than natural immunity. They're putting that information out in press releases.
I know.
Putting
And
it
it's
out,
ridiculous.
yeah, it's absolute propaganda.